everyone. Welcome to the Hive, where we explore all things people and culture at the individual, group, and organizational level. I'm Katie Desiderio, here with my co-author and growth partner.
Hi, everyone. I'm Michael Freno.
And we are so excited to be on this learning journey with you. If you're looking to find ways to optimize human performance, then tune in to the Hive and Five, where we connect with thought leaders to support how we pollinate others. We are so excited to welcome thought leader, speaker, author, value creator, and entrepreneur, Dr. Laura Queen, to the Hive. Along with her infectious good energy, she brings over 25 years of experience and a doctorate in human and organizational learning. She is the founder and CEO of 29 Bison. In the Hive today, Laura's buzzword is culture integration. Laura, welcome to the Hive. Mike and I are so excited to have you here with us today.
I am thrilled to be with all of you and all of you who are sharing this space with us.
Awesome. Thanks, Laura. Thanks for being here. Really appreciate it. So since you're in the Hive, can you explain to our listeners why culture plays a role in human performance optimization?
So we look at culture as contributing tremendous value to high-performing organizations, particularly because not that we didn't know this to begin with, but there's a growing body of evidence that demonstrates how strong cultures led by caring leaders create things like higher stock returns, reduced employee turnover, healthier patients, increased customer satisfaction. And this is especially true when we consider our current economy is comprised of 90% intangible assets. The S&P 500 has shifted since 1975, and so much of the value of the enterprises we're a part of are made up of the people contribution, that intellectual capital, and all of these other intangibles that are a part of that value creation proposition. I'll share a metaphor with you. I spent some time thinking about this the other day as I was prepping our own pollinator habitat. We actually have a National Wildlife Federation certified pollinator habitat in our backyard. And I think about thriving hives and pollinator habitats in terms of things like the requirement for biodiversity. They require fertile soil to nourish the seedlings and plants. The habitat needs water, they need sunshine, and even a fair dose of manure to help support germination and growth. Some native plants in these habitats actually even do really well in challenging environments, but the healthiest environments require care. And that best care comes when we pay really close attention to what each plant needs. Some need full sun, some need shade, others like sandy soil, and some need it to be really wet. Without it, they may wilt, or they may even turn their face to the afternoon sun if you're paying attention. And they tell us what they need. As cultivators of our own cultures, like pollinator habitats, we go stronger when we support that kind of diversity, when we listen, when we care for the people in a way that appreciates their unique needs and characteristics. And when we think about culture integration, particularly in our work in M&A, it's like bringing a new species into the garden. In order for new plants like people to grow and flourish, it's our job to learn about what helps them to be successful, what kinds of soil, exposure, climate is necessary for them to do really well. And when we create those conditions, that's the place where culture integration can really flourish. Unfortunately, we see that process fail quite a bit. Leaders often acquire an organization or a team that had great promise, maybe like a beautiful lily in a hothouse, but rather than creating the condition for them to grow, they plant them in the shade and they never water it. And a week later, it's wilted and the hive doesn't have the opportunity to benefit from the nourishment of that lily. And that's the way we view culture integration.
Laura, I'm nodding, but I also have the chills, as I think about so many of the things that you just shared with us. You opened with, this kind of buzzword to align with culture integration of just caring leadership, right? Which sounds so simple. And you went on to talk about value creation. And I think, so often we forget that value creation comes from human beings, right? From our people. And so when we really start to think about how we care, for the environment, for the nourishment, right? For those human beings. I think to your point, that's where the magic happens. And, you know, I just want to say, I really appreciate you sharing this and kind of opening the conversation to think about, you know, something that is so simple, but often missing in many organizations, and something certainly for us to think about. So thank you, Laura, for sharing your wisdom and insight with us here.
All right. That was awesome to have Laura in the Hive, Katie. So real excited to have a conversation with you about some of the insights that she imparted on us and listeners. So what did, you know, what resonated with you? You know, as usual, I saw you taking some notes and looking forward to seeing what you captured.
Yeah, Mike, to your point, Laura is incredible. I always feel nourished after I spend time with Laura. And I guess in the spirit of that, I was thinking about the Be Mindset, Be Nourished. You know, Laura gave us so many incredible tips, but really kind of simple things to just invest, right? So what we give our time and energy to grows. And she used this, you know, prompt for us to think about caring leadership. And I think in the spirit of caring leadership, it's about how we're nourishing the environment, but also the people in that environment. And so she talked about, you know, psychological and physical safety, and thinking about how we create an environment where people just feel safe. And so, you know, when we think about each individual and nourishing people in a safe environment, we have to kind of lean in, listen. She prompted us to think about how we give people voice, right? So many things that we could do on a daily basis that it might even encourage us to unlearn some of the habits that may be standing in our way, but very simply to just lean in and encourage the heart of the people that we're working with and through. How about you, Mike? What resonated with you?
Yeah, well said. I mean, a lot of great stuff came out of the conversation. You know, I know for those, you know, listeners who are going on the Hive and 5 15-week journey with us, you know, Be Energizing is something on the horizon. And I kept thinking about the environment that she kept mentioning, and how important it is to have an environment that is conducive for people to grow and learn and share their voice. And I think Be Energizing is kind of a great Be mindset to think about as a leader, whether you're leading from the seat you're in or actually leading people or teams or organizations, because, you know, the energy you bring to the environment can be infectious and allow people to kind of, you know, get their fuel from how you're showing up each and every day. So, you know, the one that resonated with me was, you know, Be Energizing.
Mike, so well said. You're right. So many things. And for listeners, Mike and I have a book coming out in May, The Beekeeper, Pollinating Your Organization for Transformative Growth. And in the book, we really prompt readers and hear listeners to think about our Be mindsets. We have a choice of who and how we want to be. And I think Laura Queen gave us a lot of things to think about. So thank you for being with us. And we look forward to connecting with everyone again soon.
Thanks, everyone.